she sold me 51% of the company. So now I handle all the marketing. She handles all the day-to-day paperwork. When we took over as a partnership, she had 85 houses. We are now up to 365, and that started in June of last year. We have direct mail pieces going out to every person who bought a home cash, who doesn't live in the area. We're hitting every realtor. We're just pounding them with stuff. And we're getting tons of business out of it. I just recently purchased the Home Investors franchise. How many people are familiar with that? Okay. I looked at their system, some of the things they have, the opportunity to get funding, sat down with my team, basically Fred and the attorney. They went over a franchise agreement, all the costs and everything else, and it turns out it's a great investment for all my businesses. So I'm going to that class next month. So I purchased that. Strictly by a conversation with another franchisee. Okay? But I'm willing to take the risk because I can. Because I'm not stuck doing all these other things. Okay? I don't do this one, I do nothing but do the marketing. Okay? The funeral risk, you can't have to be a licensed mortician. All that stuff. I just go in, have coffee with Tony, we talk. He does his things, he sends the numbers in, and off we go. I do marketing. We have another guy who's up the street. Every marketing piece we do, we turn it into the state, and then the state calls us and says, he complained again, don't like your headlines, don't like the fact that you're offering free reports, okay? Collecting names. Now, the names we're collecting are from people who are alive. They're asking for information. Where else do you think I use that information? Yes. What's the other thing that I also know when sometimes people pass away? Probate, families, all of these lead in, they all help each other. Okay? I like to say we house them, we feed them, and we bury them. Okay? And I make money all the way along. And so do the people that work for me. When you have an employee who's good, pay them. Take care of them. My manager who oversees all these, the girl loves cruises. Guess what? She goes on a cruise every single year. 7 days, she picks it. I don't care where it is. Just as long as I don't have to be there when she's gone. That's the only rule. Oops. How many people here are doing their own payroll? It's not bad. How many people here actually have employees? Let me go there first. Okay, so most of us don't have employees. Okay. That's good. But for those of you who are doing it, even if it's one or two, you're really going to let someone else do it. For the rest of you, if you have bills and kind of run your business, just out of curiosity, some of you, tell me what kind of businesses you're in. Okay. So you have lots of bills coming in. Does your accountant pay your bills or do you do it? Okay. So basically, all you're doing is everything goes to her or him. It gets back on your desk and you sign it. I like that. How about you?
One for a shop.
One for business development. You pay all your bills. Do you have lots of different ones? Okay, somebody else takes it. Okay. Ma'am, how about you right there? Yeah.
I have rental properties.
Talk a little louder.
I have rental properties.
Okay. Do you handle tenants, toilets, and trash?
Yes.
Okay. Stop. Okay? Don't tell me because I'm telling you, at the break we'll talk. I'm telling you you're wasting your time and it's costing you money. Have you ever got a call at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Well, my phone goes silent, but yeah, they call.
Okay. How much is your time worth? Do you know how much your time's worth an hour?
Do you want to know how much I make an hour? Or
No, how much is your time worth an hour? When someone sits down and wants to talk to me, my bill's $500 an hour. That's what I charge. I'm not getting woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning because the toilet just exploded and it's halfway down the street. Okay? Not going to do it. Find a rental agent. You can negotiate the price. For 6%, if it's an $800 a month rent, how much money is that? Is your time not worth $42 or $48? I'm not good with that. Okay? Who else? Sir?
Insurance.
Insurance, okay? Again, you have lots of prospects with lots of paperwork and then you have your things. A lot of these things that you're doing, your accountants or a bookkeeper can help you. That's $8 to $10 an hour jobs. Is everybody in this room's time worth more than $10? Now some people say I'm nuts. Okay? I have a 24-hour card. Okay, so if I need money, I can go find a Wells Fargo and go get some money. These people are licensed professionals. They have codes of standards. The people that my attorney is not going to give up and go to jail for a checking account that's got $30,000 in it when we have a 30-person law firm. He's making far more than that. Okay? If you're paying a lot of the bills, or you're in a business that does a lot of bills, like this lady here, she's in the retail business. She's probably got 30, 40, 50, 60 of them a week sometimes. Okay? That's hours. If your accountant charges you $20 an hour, she does all that in 15, 20 minutes. For you, that's a 2-hour job. And here's the other thing. How many people collect all their stuff, put it in a box, and at the end of the year, giving it to your accountant? Okay? And then you wonder why your accounting bill is $3,000. My accountant does it all. How many people in businesses right here, right now, your taxes are done for 2010? Okay? There's 2 of us. The only reason why some of them aren't turned in is my wife's a W-2 employee and her company doesn't get it out until February 1st. Otherwise, my taxes will be done. All our business taxes are done in the mail. Our employees have their W-2 forms to tell you how much money they made on the 3rd day of the month. They have it. My accountant bills, when you separate them over all our businesses, is very little, because she does them all. I've got an $8 an hour employee doing 90% of the work. Okay? Your time is worth more. And more importantly, it's impossible for you to grow your business if you're doing everything. Trust me. If anything else I'm talking about, trust me. If you're doing all the stuff, you're never going to get to where you want to be as fast or further than where you want to be. And you could end up in the critical care unit for 7 days with needles in places that men shouldn't have needle in places. Okay? And your doctor telling you, if you don't change, we're going to put you in the ground next to your brother with children that were only 8 and 13 at the time. Okay? I was forced to change. I'm giving you some opportunities. The other thing here is this isn't stuff I've read. This is things that I'm doing. Okay? It isn't something that I picked out of a book or I read or I heard somebody else. This is stuff that I do every single day. I have these people. We work on it together. This part right here is a team. I call my attorney, and especially my real estate attorney. Makes I have a lot of real estate stuff. I call him. It's Joe. Where are we on this? And I get answers. If you try to do all that yourself, my property manager, I don't have a deposit into my account by the 7th. I'm on the phone wanting to know who hasn't paid and why. Okay? You're doing all that yourself. Now, you're on the phone to them. You're listening to the BS story. Your employees are supposed to be to work at 10, but she was too busy texting and forgot to come in. I don't deal with any of that. I'm working every single day on this. Matter of fact, I'm working on my business right here as I'm talking to you. Because when this is all done, I will probably talk with 1 or 2 of you, and somebody's going to give me a great tip. Hopefully I gave you 1 or 2, or at least I keep you out of the intensive care. That's the one thing you learn on this, I'll be happy. Okay? Hire and train management staff that fits your goal. This is important. I don't hire anybody like me. Okay? I do not do well sitting behind a chair, doing the same thing over and over and over again. I want someone who can come into one of my stores or my property manager and do that diligence work. Okay? I work on the business. I'm not good. When I was paying bills, oh God, it was a nightmare. Okay? My wife will swear to you I cannot add or subtract. And she's probably right. Okay? You've got to hire people that fit your business goals. Every one of my business goals are completely different. Okay? The sandwich shops have one goal, the pizza shops have a different one. They're different styles. One of them is very quick. No in service, everything is to go, or driving. So you've got to hire people who fit that thing, and the manager has got to be able to deal with the age bracket that you're dealing with. Okay? In the pizza business, all the drivers are kids. They're 18 years old, and I call them kids. That's, 18 to 25, 30 of They're driving and texting and Facebooking and talking and everything else. You've got to have someone that can put a stop to that to some extent. You're not going to do it all the time. Some of you might want to hire people that are like you. That's fine. I don't hire anybody. Okay? Use outside sources to help your business with little effort on your part. I talked to you about the attorneys and accountants. Some of the other people that I use is, like I said, we use the bookkeeper to help us with those few little facts. The other thing I use all my marketing stuff is all outsourced. Okay? I'll start it, I'll get the letter going, and I have a GKIC guy. I send everything to him. And then he takes it to then we work on it from there. I get the letter, the postcard, whatever I'm working on, started. And then I pawn it off to him. Then it goes to the printer, to the mailer, and it's done. Okay? We don't have a GKIC group where I live like you guys do. I've talked to 4 other groups. This one's absolutely amazing. You guys don't know how lucky you are. Most of them, the guy who's doing it puts in a CV, he shoots the bull, 3 hours later, everybody goes home. When we had a guy, that's what he did. He was up and running in 6 months, 7 months, and he was gone. You guys don't know how lucky you are. How many mastermind groups do you have? 2. If you're not in one, and I'm not plugged in because I have a guy that does them, plus I also belong to 2 that I pay for. You better get in one because it's amazing how much your business will grow or not. You can learn a lot of things from those people. Plus, you get a lot of help from your fellow mastermind people that you wouldn't normally get if you don't belong to them. And that's using outside sources. Okay? And you get a lot of different ideas to run your business. The other big thing you have to do is you have to trust your people. Find people that you can trust. Okay? Every manager that I have, I trust. My accountants, my attorneys, I trust them explicitly. They all have the keys to the checkbook. They won't trust them. Okay? But I also understand they have licenses and it's really not worth them to go to jail. But they do the right things by you. The people that help me, they all want to see my business grow because it's in their best interest. Because they get more clients. How many people do you know really talk about their attorney and actually think he's a good person? I got 2 of them and I like them to death. Okay? My accountants are the same way. The company that helps me do all my advertising, all my marketing, they are a blessing to me. I just send it up to Handy Mailing or McManus, Julie or Holly, and this is what I want done. And it's done. I'm done. All they do is say, Paul, we need to find a little bit. That's outsourcing. I'm not spending time on doing it. The guy who helps me, GKIC guy, real good. Last year, I paid him just shy of $1,500 to help me critique a good portion of my ads. Okay? And most of those critiques are always on the restaurant side. The real estate side, I'm pretty comfortable with what I'm doing because I think those results work real well and they're easy as far as I'm concerned to go. But you have to learn to trust these people. You have to get this team together. If you don't have a team together now, put that on one of your goals so that you can start to get your team together. Some of the things that I do when I'm working on my business